What's up, Slappy Slapster? What's up, Slappy Slapster? What's up, Nurse Quill? She talks too much. CDP, Tanya McNeil, Hershey. Oh my God. Sko Game. Ida Wallace. Y'all, I just had to come on today. I had such a great day today. It was phenomenal. Didn't get to come on early, but wanted to just come on and say hello. And hey, Peter P and Heavy Bear. Hey, Tracy. Hey everybody. Yes, Tracy. But y'all look, baby, somebody sent me, what's up, T Lounge and Tiff, Lady of the Hour? Somebody sent me a picture of, I guess Ness is cropping folk pictures out. Baby, I hollered. Oh my God, that junk was funny. Okay, I hollered. I hollered. You hear me? Girl, niece is mad, but I will say the cropping is funny. It's hilarious. But niece is mad. Niece, use your imagination. I am not mad with your imagination, girl. Use that imagination. But you know what it doesn't erase? It doesn't erase the fact that you don't have your children. It does not erase the fact that you are alcoholic and you need rehab. It does not erase the fact that over 1,000 people saw you inebriated on a platform. It doesn't erase that fact, niece. Niece, it doesn't erase that fact. And love the clip art, but it's imagination. And you're trying to say that I'm afraid of Spill It Boy because you're upset that you're fighting Spill It Boy and y'all two fighting. And I guess because I'm not fighting with him, I'm supposed to be afraid. Oh, okay. Did it really hit you hard yesterday that you paid VS who left your platform more than you did Triple Red X and Kimmy? Did that hurt your feelings? Did that hurt your feelings, sis? Seemed like it hurt your feelings. Seemed like it got into your spirit. Ah. And it seems like if anybody is ruled and anybody who's scared, and it seems like it's you. It seems like it's you. It seems like it's you. I think it's funny though. So keep on doing what you're doing, sis. I think it was funny. Um, that editing job was everything, honey. My hair was laid. Okay. Tied to the side. I look good pregnant, don't I? Ooh, had a whole beard, mustache, and a nasty piece of razor cut hair from the Paul Mitchell's salon, okay, with old nasty piece of maternity. Girl, I ain't mad at you, okay? And Spilly Boy was looking mighty butch in that picture. Girl, that don't do nothing. But the reality is you don't have your child. The reality is that you're still addicted to alcohol and whatever. And the sad part is we saw it. And you can't handle that mess because you really need to go to rehab. And you can't handle it because Esther even called you an alcoholic. She said you've been drinking all day. That's what Esther said. Hmm. So again, it is what it is. And I think it's funny. I think it's funny. Yeah. And another thing too, let me say something. This is really interesting. Um, First of all, I am not downing any woman. It is so funny how people try to put a little spin on stuff. Let me say this. It would have been great if all the uppity dad and baby daddies was involved in his life, but uppity was not in any condition to take care of those kids at the time. And I just think that's what the deal is. Nobody is saying that somebody is downgrading mothers, but when a mother can't do the job, because for whatever reason the dad's not in their children's life, then they have to come and do what they need to do. But Uppity was not capable, according to the courts, to take care of her kids. Therefore, this is what's happened. Okay. Yeah. Baby, I'm laughing at all of these people. I feel sorry for Ness because Ness could do much better than what she's doing right now. And I really feel sorry for her. But it is what it is. And, you can use your imagination. I wish you would focus in doing things that are funny instead of being a whole alcoholic. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Somebody told me that he was trying to spin the narrative. Um, and you know what? I really don't care about his hotel situation. I don't see nobody jumping on that. Now, when I was in Las Vegas and when my stuff went right, because I paid good money for it, not because the hotel, the company was paying for it. This came out of my pocket. And I got my money back. And folk was saying you was trying to jip the hotel. But you had a man going off. And I ain't mad at him, but I just think it's very odd that, people make a big squawk of that. But it is what it is. And yeah, interesting. Yeah, calling out bad parenting is not dragging. I never said that single women aren't doing their job. And again, I never said that um women weren't carrying their load. If I'm not surprised, if I'm not mistaken, I thought I said that instead of blaming these gay men, you really need to look at these heterosexual men who have you birth these children and then they're not around to raise them. I think that's where I was going at because I was saying, you may get roasted and gagged over here, but we ain't impregnating you and doing all of that stuff. But I don't pay no attention. I let these people do exactly what they want to do. And it's all right with me. Y'all, I'm gonna eat this little granola cereal. I got this little keto cereal. And baby, I'm getting ready to partake, honey, in this keto cereal with this coconut milk. So anyway, it's a lot going on. So they tell me that there has been an arrest in this beach situation. So okay, Tracy. So we'll see what happens with this beach situation. Um, Now they say that this was a misdemeanor, not a felony. So we'll see what happens. Mm-mm. They didn't arrest the beach. They arrest the alleged suspect. But I told y'all it's gonna come out in the wash. Property damage. Okay. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, y'all. So I got this cereal and it's very good. Mm. So what else is going on? Now somebody said somebody got paper served to them. So it seems like there's a lot of court proceedings going on. Mm. Um, a lot of court proceedings. Well, what was going on Reed's? What's going on at Reed's house? Read the Heart of Philadelphia. What's going on over there? I've just really gotten on. Young MIA, why was it fire? And why you typing that out? Child, I went over there to Tasha K Avenue. Now I don't know if she's being sarcastic or is she being real with that crying. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what Tasha K is doing. Do anybody know what Tasha K doing over there? Was the tears real? Young MIA, what's going on over there at Reed Stream? You said it was fire. Why was it fire today, young MIA? Teresa said it was acting. It seemed like it was sarcastic to me. Mm-hmm. Well, I want to know why Reed's stuff was fire. Now I did hear say that she got a lot of people depending on her. Like I guess she paying people. But Hershey, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with Hershey? Hold on, y'all. I'm almost done. What's wrong with Hershey? Oh, she on that conspiracy theory thing. Baby, she can do some conspiracies. She is the queen of conspiracies. One, she said, tell it to you, Hershey. You always have the news. I'm done. I'm done. I ain't have my mouth full, baby. Well, what is she talking about then? Why y'all can't say nothing? I mean, y'all bring it to the forefront and then you act like you don't want to say nothing. Y'all act like y'all want to say nothing. Now, word on the curb is that King Roman News done told some people off. And then they said that Brianna got a backbone finally. She got a heart and she got a backbone. And they said she was telling somebody off and reading somebody as well, dragging the girls. That's what the people say. But like I said, I ain't heard them. And this is what the people were saying. So somebody said King Roman News done told off some people. Okay, well, I'm just trying to figure out what the why it was so hot. Young MIA, you said it was hot. I'm just trying to find out why it was so hot. I mean, why was it so hot? That's all. I mean, was it hot? And if it was hot, why do you think it's hot? That's all. It's a question. It's all just a little question. Not a little question, but it's a little question. So I'm gonna go back and dial in the morning. I'm gonna look at what because I don't know if it's on King Roman Roman numerals channel or whose channel it's on, but they said the girls was reading today. So my dragon last night got some buzz in the street. Ebony said it's a lot of content creators growing back. Well, what's happening, Ebony? No, I didn't drag last night. I didn't. I didn't. You know, Uppity was coming for Ness, and all of a sudden she got her stuff exposed. I mean, and I heard it was 3 children by 3 different baby daddies. And that's the whole thing. I mean, none of them baby daddies thought you was worthy of marriage. All they did was drop a little seed, and then you just cultivated it, and then they left you to cultivate it. They dropped the seed, but yet you the one who up there cultivating, and you didn't even do a good job of that. And then the daddies had to take the cheering back. And I'm not saying that the daddies were great. I'm just saying that because you were not capable of taking care of your children for whatever reason that is, the state thought it was, you know, safe that they go with their daddies. I mean, that ain't a read, that's court documents. And we saw Ness being a whole alcoholic on her panel, all drunk, and then the next day not remembering nothing. I'm like, oh my God. So again, when you that drunk and inebriated that you can't remember nothing, and you can't even press the right buttons to send people money, then I just think you're alcoholic. It's just that simple. I'm just saying. Yeah, it seems like alcohol is a real serious drug. It's the drug of choice for some of these people on these YouTube streets. But again, it is what it is. And that ain't no read. It's just the truth. I mean, it is. Now, don't get me wrong. I had an addiction too. And guess what? I went to Planet Fitness. I started eating lean meat, no pun intended, and vegetables, and eating the right portions and the right food. And it would see, so everybody have something. I mean, really. But again, I ain't never seen nobody go to jail because they was driving fat. Okay, being fat, you pay for extra stuff. Okay, you pay for extra seats on planes and things, and you know you got to have an extra big car. But I ain't never seen nobody go to jail for driving fat or being faticated, not intoxicated, but fatitated or whatever. I ain't never seen nobody for that. I ain't never seen it. I'm just saying. So it is what it is. What's up, Bella Garcia? Hershey, what you seen? See, y'all playing with me. Okay. Hershey, yeah, Hershey. All Hershey said you are talking about lovely love. That's why I don't like Hershey. Cause see, one minute when Hershey don't really like somebody, she goes all in. But now she want to be like a Egyptian hieroglyphic, and we got to actually have a whole deciphering code to figure out what she talking about. Ain't nobody got time for that. Either tell it or be quiet, because ain't nobody got time for all of this foolery you giving. Well, no. Nobody ain't trying to divide the beef sector. It is what it is, and people are who they are. It's a lot going on, but it ain't nothing going on. What's going on is people are upset because folk are calling out truths. They're not calling out innuendos. They're not dealing with suggestions or no, this is truth. And people are trying to circumvent the items that have been presented to the people. And the people are seeing people for who they really are. 1 minute it was eviction gate. Now it's bad parenting gate. And then it's addiction gate. We got alcoholism. So people are mad. And this is why I was laughing at Ness's futile attempt to get me upset. I thought the little picture was cute. I'm like, I'm cute with a beard and some hair. Okay. I said, all right, you better go on ahead and edit. But I'm not upset. I mean, at the end of the day, you the one who got to make up to your child. Girl, nobody ain't have to pay for no hotel for me. Nobody ain't paying for my kitty cat. Okay, got a whole cat and getting 10, and then somebody had to pay your rent. I'm like, really? And you got the nerve to even open your double-breasted lips about me? I'm like, no, ma'am. And that's why I don't get upset. Look, baby, this woman can't drag me. She had a whole nother female taking care of her and providing supplemental income where she was short. I ain't never had that happen for me and don't need it. I'm just saying. And I guess you had to eat that la since that lady already invested so much money. She said, "Now I don't put all this money in you. I'm gonna get a little something. I'm gonna get a little something." Okay, I done bought Mr. Dimples or whatever that cat name. This little tent. I done paid for rent. Baby. No, Patricia, we see you, girl. We see you, Patricia. Honey, Miss this he said, honey, I done did all of this, done spent all that money on you. The least you could do is go ahead and give me something for it. Okay? Like Funky Dineva say, work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. I'm just saying. And that's real truth. See, that ain't, yeah, it's real truth. And the same thing with uppity. Girl, you were a negligent parent. You chose alcohol over your children to the point where the children wouldn't even bathe them properly, to the point where the other children didn't even want to see them. I mean, sit next to them. And the sad part about it is that's what you put your children through. And no child should have to go through that. But you were so discombobulated. You were so out of sorts that you couldn't even take care of your children. You couldn't even take care of yourself. So, but that ain't no read. That's just what the court paper said. Now, if New York is lying, then shame on them. But them court papers, that's the sad part about it too. We see this woman talk about Ness. We done seen this woman go to Ness's ops and get him all kind of tea. And she's still running behind that woman. See, that ain't innuendo. That's facts. That's what we seeing. So those little pictures you putting up for me, girl, that ain't true. But hey, go with what you know. But what we are seeing is you being used by women. It seems like women are using you a lot, Ness. Okay? They seem like they're using you a lot. And if you think you got screwed with this heat, honey, this new person, baby, she gonna screw you out of all ends. Nostrils, mouth, and hinder parts. Any open orifice, even your ears. You think you got something with this heat? Okay, yeah, she gonna set your stuff on fire. And I'm gonna sit right here and watch and chill out and let it play out. Honey, call it what you want. It is what it is. So that's it. And for all the single parents out there who are actually doing it, who are actually getting up, making their children's breakfast, making sure they're getting bathed, combing their hair, and either putting them on the bus or driving them to school, I applaud you. For those single parents who are going to PTA meetings to make sure their children are doing the best they can, I applaud you. For those women who are dealing with kids with special needs, but making sure those IEPs are sufficient so the child can have a fighting chance, I applaud you. For those women who said, you gonna marry me and you gonna be in these children's lives, I applaud you. I mean, three different baby daddies. And which one married you again? Oh, okay. Yeah. Three different baby daddies. And nobody thought you was worthy to put a ring on it. How tragic. How tragic. I will give Ness this. At least she had one and said, this is enough for me. And she stopped that kulala up. But again, it is what it is. And let me say, it ain't even a big issue if you got three baby daddies, but are you taking care of children? And then the fathers had to come in. And you're right. Why weren't the fathers there in the first place? Again, that's a whole nother tragic situation that I'm not going to be able to unpack and go into. But there are a lot of people who are extremely embarrassed tonight because people are really talking about things. And what I'm talking about are things that I have witnessed. It's not things that I heard. I was on that platform. I heard all the slurring. I heard what Esther said. We were in the back chat trying to keep one content creator together. And then all of a sudden she's mad because we're talking about it. She's mad because I said something about it. And she thinks that, oh, I'm going to embarrass Jay Wilson by putting a wig on him and this and da da da. And that don't do anything for me. And I tell you what, I'm not the one who was pregnant, boo. You pregnant, not me. You the one who had a child. How did that work for you again? Weren't you in Seattle to get rehabilitated? I can't understand. Did it work? Because last time we saw you, honey, you was knocked out, sleeping half the time and going over to Brianna's channel. I'm just saying. So it is what it is. I hope y'all do better. I ain't judging you, but you know, I hope you do better. It's really funny. Some people get foster children to make money, and some people just have the babies to make money. But honey, children have become a hot commodity. It ain't about love, honey. It's about how much money I can get in. This is why I find it hard to believe that somebody who probably can't even get foster children in their house got somebody to say something about parenting. And the last person who need to be talking to somebody about parenting is that person, foster daddy, the last person. And my thing is, if you could have foster children in your house, you would have them because you money hungry and you would have them. But guess what? You can't for whatever reason. And I heard that somebody even else, or it was like y'all was doing a whole foster child care ring. So how you gonna tell somebody about parenting and your children allegedly was running away? You gonna talk about somebody parenting, but you had your former foster son behind the pink door, all up in that hospitality room giving hospitality. and you have the unmitigated gall to even open your tongue to say what you just said. I thought it was funny. I think it's hilarious. Mm, yeah, I think it's hilarious. You know, letting Cynthia talk to them children any kind of way. Baby. Now, again, this ain't stuff this stuff was playing all out. How do I know this to be true? Because the lady came on and said she was pregnant. Ooh, Jesus came right on and told us and was very, very adamant about it. Hmm. I'm just saying, great parenting. Had that baby on that nasty mattress on the floor and want to be Dr. Phil. Hallelujah. No, absolutely not. For the mere fact that that was supposed to be your grandbaby allegedly, but yet you let that baby on that dirty mattress like that. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Again, it is what it is. Hmm. I'm just saying. So he would be the last person to talk about raising anybody's child. I'm just saying. And then you still think she's a good mother, but yet we hear that child hollering in the background all the time, like she ain't getting enough attention. Uh, Trying to play both sides of the field again. I'm only telling you what the New York paperwork said. And the New York paperwork said the children would be better off with their fathers. It ain't had nothing to do with women and single women raising children. They ain't had nothing to do with that. It had something to do with somebody being inebriated and choosing a substance over their kids, and it's still is dealing with neglect. Nobody ain't say nothing about no black woman. We were talking about uppity. That's the pretty much short and skinny of it. It's a busy. It's funny to me. It's funny to me. It's funny. I just sit there and listen. Yeah, Patricia, we hear the child screaming in the background. Child, we see the dishes in the sink. We see the broken fixtures in the bathroom. We see the cooking utensils and stuff in the bathroom. I'm like, what is wrong with this? It is what it is. And I feel sorry for the lady because what's going on is we really seeing who she really is because she wants to give the illusion that she is on this higher plane and she's not. And she's not. Let me say this. I work every day and I am comfortable, but I'm not trying to give anybody any illusions around here because everything I have it came from hard work, period. And that's another person. Son done beat the hell out of her. She up there hustling pills allegedly because we heard that lady say them pills you sold me, and she's like, oh no 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 no, and then the camera went off. Okay, the same lady who's trying to just read my book out of her own house, Lord Jesus. That same lady whose daughter kind of said, honey, you gotta leave because she was up there yelling at her children. Child, bye. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? These people crazy. You went on a whole cruise, and again, I know she ain't saying nothing about Tracy because at least Tracy had her own place, and Tracy is still in her place. Tracy, are you still in your place, girl? Did you put your furniture out on the front lawn, girl? I'm just wondering because Tracy came back on the cruise and she was still living in her place. But girl, you done went on a cruise and you living with somebody else. Baby, these people got life, honey. Wrong, they priorities in the wrong place. I'm just saying. She crazy as Cat P too. So I just think it's a lot going on, but it is what it is. So what's going on? So Reed is going with a lot of stuff. I heard, and again, I heard King Roman done went off at Triple Red X. I believe they said. Mm-hmm. Triple Red X. Yeah, they said King Roman done went off, and then they said Brianna finally got a backbone. She finally stood up to somebody. So, and last that I checked, that they were on Pettyville, and it was Brian fighting somebody. Baby, you can't win over here. Baby, these people doing so much. What else is going on? What else is going on before I end this live? I just wanted to come out and say, are these people doing all of this comedy? So I'm not being dragged because again, baby, I don't have no child, but I know how to keep my dog. Baby, I don't even have a child. I got a dog, but I make sure my dog get groomed, her nails get clipped. She got food. I ain't never let Lyric leave without no food. Jesus. You know, now Lyric is a dog that is a fast dog, but she eats well. Now, if you see my dog's ribs, we got a problem. But she eats well, and yeah, she get groomed so she ain't stinking. Okay, we go for little walks and stuff. hmm She has a nice clean bed to sleep in. Okay, and this is an animal. This is an animal. Okay, and y'all just treat y'all children. I mean, animals are treated better than some of these children. I don't be dropping off Lyric to any old body. The only time Lyric get dropped off is with people who I know who could take care of her when I'm on vacation. Or we going somewhere and we can't take her. But I ain't say so take care of Lyric. I ain't drop Lyric off at my relative's house and then keep on moving. Baby, these people be doing the most. And then these kids grow up asking, why didn't you take me? Or why did you give me away? Or why weren't you there for me? And they have every right because they didn't ask to be in this world. And so people haven't been responsible. They haven't been responsible, but yet they get mad at people because they have shirked their responsibilities. Well, I just look at this stuff and shake my head. And where are the men? But these are the men y'all chose. These are the men that you all decided to open up your legs to and sleep with. And then they get that cool lot and then they gone. Where the daddies? Where the you right? Where is the daddies? Where are the daddies? Oh, I can't get no help in here today. Oh, I can't get no help in here today. But nobody ain't talking. Where are the daddies? Hmm. Yeah, all me, baby. You know what I'm talking about. We know what I'm talking about. I know some of y'all got husbands and the daddies. Child, Ebony ain't dropping off no dropping off sperm and leaving. Okay. All of these last call for alcohol babies. All of these after 2 a.m. babies. And it tells a story because you were really addicted to alcohol. So you probably got pregnant when you was drunk. And everybody look good when they drunk. Do Jesus. And I can understand one time, but then you did it another time, and then you had another baby. And my thing is this, girl, you must have been really getting that system in New York. You must have really been hitting that system up in New York. I mean, New York has been really been paying y'all off. Because you was hitting that system up in New York. Big time. So, all I can say is what a dad is. And I just feel sorry for the kids. And it seems like it's just a never ending cycle of poverty, a never ending cycle of addiction, a never ending cycle of abuse and despair, just a never ending cycle. And then the kids have to suffer. And I pray, God, that these children, and I don't know if Uppity Son is in here, but I hope you are getting counseling so you don't do this to your children, so you can break that cycle. I mean, I hope you break that cycle because, yeah, I hope you just break that cycle because, and this is what these people don't understand. When you have a child, you're responsible. It's a great responsibility. This is why I do not belittle women who decide not to have children or people who decide not to have children because I think it is selfish. I think it's very selfish to bring a life into this world and neglect and don't put all you can into that particular life. And it's one thing to raise the children the best you can, to make sure that they have everything they need. And then if they go off and mess it up, that's one thing. But when you have given them every reason to fail and to be depressed, can you imagine your mama not taking care of you? And at that impressionable age of being in elementary school or middle school, you smell so bad that the children don't want to sit with you. That's just a child. That child is not an adult. That's a child. That child didn't ask to be in this world. You decided to make that child or those children. And then all of a sudden, these children become an inconvenience and you just push them off on somebody else. But you wanted to have the baby. or you decided to keep the child. This is why I'm not opposed to adoption, because some people who are adopted, Lord knows, if they were not adopted, their life would have been a whole lot different. But my thing is this, Ness, uh, and Uppity, what are your children gonna say about you? I'm just asking. See, you can sit here and try to read me and talk about my sexuality, but what are your children gonna say about you? What is your track record of being a mother? If your son was dropping down in my chat, that's deep. This is why, again, this is why, again, I look at Dovey with a side eye. Your whole son assaulting you. You admitted that you laid hands on your daughter because you felt that she thought she was grown, and then turned around and started yelling at her child. That same old cycle that you did to her, you trying to do to your grandson. And I'm calling this stuff out because, again, you can talk my sexuality to the cows come home. But I'm a grown man and I'm responsible for me. But y'all have kids and you all were responsible for those kids. And you shouldn't have been doing it alone. You should have had somebody to help you. But it goes to tell how you choose a mate, because you decided to sleep with somebody, have sex, and what did they do? When you was pregnant, you got the children. Where's the shared responsibility? Because let me say this, if those men were in this woman's life, and if those men really care about their kids, baby, they would have been fighting for custody a long time ago. The judge wouldn't have even had to say anything. But the mere fact that the judge had to appoint those people, where were those men? Because a real daddy would have said, what the hell are you doing with these kids? And why aren't these kids getting a bath? A real daddy would have came over to that house before work and made sure those kids had a bath. But it goes to show you, if you were doing it alone, then the only thing you were good for was making the child and not sticking around. Obviously, the men didn't stick around, they left. Now, again, you may not like that, but that's the real truth. Those are the unpleasant facts, whether you like it or not. Because, again, ain't no way that a father who really loves his child is going to have his child going to school stank. That daddy would have been calling saying, what you doing at your mama house? What's going on? Now, I'm going to tell you this. I don't have no damn kids, but you better not even abuse my dog or we going to have a problem. And that's an animal. So if I feel that way about an animal, you better damn sure well believe if I had a child and you was pulling that stuff, I would snatch custody away from you right away. Or I would be calling a judge on you right away. But for the mere fact this could go on for so long and these men didn't do a damn thing, didn't say, baby, you need a bar of soap, why these children ain't getting clean. Mm, mm, mm. And I understand what you're saying, T Lounge, because it could have been different. But let me say this. Yeah. And they failed these kids. They failed these kids. You failed the kid by not letting the kid take a bath. You failed that kid. You didn't smell that that child was stank. Your nose didn't say something ain't right here. I'm just saying. And it was 3 children. Now you talk about the sexuality all you want to, but one thing I don't have is a court record. And you have another one. She's sleepless in damn Seattle, running around with Esther. Okay, drinking before she even get out. I'm telling you, probably drank when she got to the club. Yet though, can't focus enough to try to get her child back. Again, another tragic case. Yeah. Now you can play with all of the graphics you want to, but it does not diminish the fact that your child ain't with you. Hmm. And y'all, this is really dark, but these kids don't deserve this. These kids don't deserve to be dropped off with grandmama like it's a car. Take care until I come back. Kids don't deserve that. Kids don't deserve to be neglected. They don't deserve that. And I'm not talking about the children. I'm talking about the parents of the children. And something is very off with the parenting skills. Hmm. It's sad, y'all. I'm steadily watching the beach situation and seeing how that plays out. There has been an arrest, and we're going to see how that plays out. I'm going to reserve judgment or really going in depth with the commentary until more things are brought to light. But anyway, y'all, anybody else got anything to say? Like I said, I will look at some of these content creators. I have really not been on the YouTube streets. I heard a few things. Somebody always gonna shoot me a video. Some of these videos I really don't watch, and some of them I do. And I just thought it was really interesting. Somebody had gotten a clip of a content creator trying to turn and flip this story around like I'm against single mothers. Not against single mothers at all. At all. Absolutely not. Oh, and this is one more thing. That content creator, y'all, if you all were with me this morning, a content creator tried to call me this morning. Now I was on my show. I was doing the vlog. Another content creator came on, and this content creator all of a sudden want to give me a call, thinking I'm going to interrupt my show to talk to her. Now I told that content creator that if you want to speak to me, you can do that after 6 o'clock. I ain't got a call, and I ain't expecting a call. But I also got a couple of texts, a couple of emails, and about one or two calls saying that please keep her off your platform. Your platform is the better for that. Please keep her off your platform because all she does is suck the air out the room. Please keep her off your platform because all she's doing is being a whole stunt queen and she makes everything about her. Please don't let her back on. Hmm. Yes, Cedric, I know you was in. I know you was in, Cedric. And again, this is what the people are saying. Now, know how to use the phone during a time where you know I'm not gonna answer it. But today I didn't receive any phone call from you. And it goes to show you that you're really not sincere about anything. And this was supposed to be all about you. And you thought I was going to answer the phone because you was mad because S. Hutchinson was talking about you. I'm just saying. And y'all, she was all hitting the link. I'm like, no, ma'am, you ain't coming up on the back chat. And again, I'm so glad nobody wrote anything on the back chat because that could have been one of her priorities as well to see what's in the back chat. So all I'm going to say is people are telling me they don't even want you up on the platform. And they said that other people allow you on the platform because they make a coin to drop you. And ain't it funny, y'all? Ain't it funny that people talking about, ooh, he'll do anything for a coin. Ooh, he'll do this for a coin. But honey, these people use that girl so they can drop her for a couple of minutes and bring her on. She's a hot commodity. She's the dropping queen. I ain't never heard that before, but honey, she's the dropping queen. Baby, she's the queen of drop, not the queen of trap, not the king of hip hop or the queen of hip hop. She's the king and queen of drop. People were dropping her like hot potatoes just to make her money, just to make a coin. It's sad when people know you so annoying and they just bring you up so people can pay to drop you. Ooh, the queen of drop to Jesus. Oh yes, those memberships. Oh yes. See? Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Well, that's what the people are giving. Well, look, y'all, I am going to bed. It is about that time. Thank you all for coming over. I will be back in the morning, and hopefully, y'all drive with me in the morning. I want to thank all the ushers for being here, and I want to thank all the Rider Lives and the affiliates, friends, and associates. I appreciate you all, and we'll talk about it in the morning. Have a good morning. Good night, rather, and I'll see you all in the morning. You're welcome, Patricia.